Elizabeth Warren has an op-ed in the New York Times, obviously, and because she has been sounding the alarm on, and she has been on effectively a lot of this bank deregulation. So she writes, in the aftermath of the 2008 financial crisis, Congress passed the Dodd-Frank Act to protect consumers and ensure the big banks could never again take down the economy and destroy millions of lives. Wall Street chief executives and their armies of lawyers and lobbyists hated this law. They spent millions trying to defeat it, and when they lost, spent millions more trying to weaken it. But then a Mr. Trump came to power. So Greg Becker, the chief executive of Silicon Valley Bank, was one of the many high-powered executives who lobbied Congress to weaken the law. In 2018, the big banks won with support from both parties. President Donald Trump signed a law to roll back critical parts of Dodd-Frank. Regulators, including the Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell, then made a bad situation worse, letting financial institutions load up on risk. So what she's saying is that Silicon Valley Bank, and a bank that purely runs on a lot of liquidity that is super risky, like these tech startups that don't actually, can't make good, aren't making back the money that they say that they need for their overheads or whatnot. Again, for apps that I'm sure we definitely need. That is a risky bank. These banks should not be subject to so few regulations. And that's exactly what happened. You got the lobbyists in there, got into Trump's ear. Trump did exactly that and basically loosened regulations on these smaller, more precarious banks. Like no one's saying Bank of America is safe or is like benevolent or anything. But this would effectively be like, yeah, you can't start just like a random bank based on vibes, as Aaron said. So Elizabeth Warren, of course, Senator Warren has been calling this out for a long time and clearly pointing everyone to the fact that we need regulations. I'm sorry, libertarians, but it's true.